While Medal of Honor was the game that really launched the whole World War II shooter genre on home consoles, Call of Duty perfected it. And now both franchises have moved to the portable battlefield.
Come on, we have to keep up!
The PSP doesn't really lend itself to first-person shooters with a single analog nub, but the recent Medal of Honor heroes actually managed to do it right on a handheld. Can Call of Duty Roads to Victory maintain the status quo and one-up EA's franchise once again? Chances are, you've heard this one before. Back in the 1940s, the world was embroiled in a global conflict. In Europe, Allied nations fought together to drive back the advancing Nazi military, not knowing that one day, around 5 decades later, they'd relive this same conflict over and over and over again in video games. Roads to Victory once again drops you into the combat boots of said Allied soldiers and tasks you with shooting Nazis during any number of famous World War II battles. As is normal for the series, you'll spend time playing missions as a soldier from various countries. In the case of Roads to Victory, we're talking America, Canada, and Great Britain, though more than half the game is played in the shoes of an American GI.
Okay, set the charge! Hurry!
Does the story really matter at this point, though? You're a soldier in the Second World War, and you have to shoot at anyone speaking German. The main portion of the game is obviously the single-player campaign mode. Here, you'll slog your way through 14 missions that run the gamut of standard World War II shooting action. A mostly on-foot, first-person shooter affair with small side missions where you'll man the guns in various vehicles.
Nose gunner, get to your position!
Call of Duty on the PSP takes things a step further, though, with a nice supply of wireless multiplayer options. Being limited to ad hoc network games means you won't be firing your M1 at a gamer from the opposite coast, but still, if you've got friends with PSPs, up to 6 of you can take part in 6 different game styles, including Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Hold the Flag, King of the Hill, and Team King of the Hill. The online games can be played over 9 different maps. To try and spice things up, the developers have included a bevy of bonus material that can be unlocked through regular gameplay, but nothing here is that exciting. History lessons on the weapons and vehicles in the game, and a collection of PSP wallpapers won't keep you playing after you've already completed the single-player mode one time. It would be easy to rail against Call of Duty for all the same problems any first-person shooter has on the PSP. There simply isn't a good method for controlling these games on this system. For its part, Call of Duty offers a decent amount of choices, so you should be able to find something you can bear. Road to Glory's problems run deeper than that, though, not the least of which is the game's nasty habit of crashing at random intervals. You'll just be going along your merry Nazi-killing way, and bam! The whole system locks up for no apparent reason. When the game is running, though, the biggest issue is the lock-on feature. To compensate for inaccurate controls, the game has an auto-aim setup that pretty much means as long as your German target is on screen, you can hit him no matter how precise your aim is. It makes the game super easy, and therefore, not a whole lot of fun. Or you can turn the auto-aim feature off, but then you'll find out that the game is way too sensitive in the aiming department, making it next to impossible to get through. Couple that with the fact that the controls make it very difficult to move and aim at the same time, and you're in for one frustrating European campaign. Also, your soldier must have skipped the 5-mile run during basic training because he moves at a snail's pace. It's hard to convey the intensity of war when you're dashing from cover to cover at the speed of an 84-year-old woman.
Come on, step on it!
Call of Duty does suffer from the standard control issues you'd expect from a shooter on the PSP, and the steps taken to compensate for them managed to hurt the game even further. It appears the first battle of the portable war simulators goes to EA and its Medal of Honor game. Call of Duty Roads to Victory has a lot going for it in the game options department, as well as presentation and weapon variety, but it fails to back any of that up with decent gameplay.